What if I decided to dehydrate myself? What do bodybuilders go through before stepping on stage, losing all their body fluids to reach the peak of physical aesthetics? I know it's not healthy, but I got curious. You're about to see now what the step-by-step process of dehydration is like. I don't recommend it. Hello, welcome, experience. My name is Experienciaflamino, and today you're going to see me dehydrating myself. Pretty unpleasant, but before you watch me suffer, leave a like. It really helps my work a lot. And don't forget to comment that magic word, right? Pocahontas. Well, but let's get straight to the point. Why did I choose this, just to dehydrate myself? Usually, I don't like to do things that are harmful to my health and that might influence people to want to do the same, right? Something like this, dehydration isn't healthy. And right at the beginning of the video, I say don't do it. So, I was in a cutting process, losing body fat and everything, following a specific diet. And then the moment came when I said, hey, let's give it that extra push, right? Wow, that phrase sounds kind of Nazi, doesn't it? So I asked my coach for help, right? Edu Limoncelli, if he would be willing to help me with the dehydration process, right? And Edu agreed to help me. So I'm going to leave a brief explanation from Edu here about the help he's going to give me regarding dehydration. But I started the process.
Douglas finished the cutting and ended up with an excellent physique. But to further improve the aesthetics of his physique and take some pictures for social media, he asked me to help him with the dehydration process. Just like bodybuilders do during peak week, that last week before the competition. No pharmacological resources like diuretics were used, nor were non-pharmacological methods necessary, such as immersion baths, saunas to increase sweating, alcoholic beverages, or diuretic teas. As for diuretic teas, their use would have been valid, but it wasn't necessary because Douglas had no trouble drinking the suggested amount of water.
Honestly, it's pretty easy. I'm only on the second day. I'm hitting 8 liters again today. If you think it's worth it, I can easily handle more.
But after all, how does this process work? Basically, we go through a period of hyperhydration combined with a drastic reduction in carbohydrate intake, which we call depletion, followed by a period without water. If Douglas were to compete, after the weigh-in, the carbo process would begin in which we reintroduce carbohydrates into the diet, so that you achieve a kind of supercompensation effect, because the body will be able to store more glycogen than it usually does. Since he wasn't going to compete, I just asked him to reintroduce carbohydrates on the day of the photos and gradually start drinking water again. It seems counterintuitive, but to dehydrate the body, first I need to hyperhydrate.
Him? Well, let's go. I'll just check, but I know I'm at 70 kilos because I'm holding the camera there. Damn! Heavy damn camera. Damn, it's possible, yes. It's a heck of a lens. Alright, cool. I adjusted it here. Hope it stays. Let's go. Look, it started assertively at 70. See how I'm at 70 kilos, okay? I'm going to measure here the before and after inside the bathroom because the lighting is controlled, so it's better. Look, this is how I am right now with my abs flexed. My leg at the moment. Here, you can see the skin's thickness better. One more like this, look. This is how it is right now. Back. Good. At first I thought drinking 8 liters of water a day would be much worse, but it wasn't that hard. It's annoying, you have to set an alarm clock. Or split the amount of milliliters you're going to drink by the hours of the day because it's hard to keep calculating. It's a lot of liters, right? Never in my life have I ever drunk 8 liters of water, so I had to come up with some strategy for this so it wouldn't go wrong, right? And let's start drinking water here. I'm going to go ahead and drink 1.5 liters right away every day. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, 1.5 liters. So let's do as much as possible to speed up the process in the morning because I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night. For me, that's it. So I'm going to try to drink most of my water before 6 post meridium. At first it was a bit annoying to have to keep drinking water all the time. After the second glass of water of the day, I drink the rest of the water without even being thirsty. That was fine for me, but having to pee every 20 minutes was more annoying. Man, that's so annoying. Oh my god. New. It's me again. Again, oh my god. I don't want to pee anymore. I'm being annoying. And to go along with this experience, there was also a carb adjustment in my diet, which was also a bit unpleasant because it started with very little carbs and then later it was loaded with carbs. Honestly, this part annoys me most. He made some changes to my carbs. It's not zero carbs. He slightly reduced the diet and will increase it later to fill the muscle at the end. That's it, look. My diet is mostly rice and tofu. Some come with soy protein, a mix of vegetables underneath, very little food. So the first workout at the gym was very unpleasant because I lacked strength. I kept having to pause my workout to use the bathroom. If I had been training alone, okay, it wouldn't bother my workout partner so much, but I was training with someone. Besides constantly going to the bathroom, I also had to keep refilling my water bottle. Did you drink some water? Wow, I'm so thirsty. How did I manage 15 minutes without drinking water? And I know no one should notice, but in my head, back at the gym, it kept going like this. Are people noticing how often I go to the bathroom? They probably think I have a problem, right? During a 2-hour workout, the guy went to the bathroom 19 times. Weird, right? Not sure anyone noticed.
How much water did he have to drink? There's no exact number for that. The usual is to use 100 ml of water for each kilogram of body weight. This amount of water is necessary to start the hyperhydration process. Once it has started, we can gradually reduce this water until it's almost completely gone. In Douglas's case, taking into account his body weight and the amount of water he was used to drinking, we started with 8 liters per day. What about the day or night before the photos? He goes back to eating carbohydrates, he starts drinking water again, and on the day of the photos, he does a big workout. To get a good pump and be able to show all the muscle definition combined with a lot of volume because the muscle is really full.
On the days when I reduced the amount to 6 liters, I kept going to the bathroom just as often. So, it went down a little, it did, but still very frequently. Like, I cut down 2 liters of water and went to the bathroom 3 or 4 times a day, you know? It should have been more, I drank 2 liters of water. Before this experience, there were days when I used to drink 2 liters of water, and now there's a difference from one day to the next. I've never spent so much time listening to this sound during the day. When it's not here, it's in the bathroom. Man, that's impressive. I just left the bathroom, took a sip, and already felt the urge again. If I go to the bathroom now, I'm absolutely sure I'll pee again. A disaster happened here during this video because I keep wanting to pee all the time. In the Uber with her, I changed the route to stop at a gas station because I couldn't take it anymore. And then in the meantime, a guy punched the car window and stole her phone. And then, oh my god. And then? We were tracking the phone's location. We were just here with the police. We got in touch with the police. The patrol car came to us. Where is it? The location of the place. But it seems like it's inside a building. And like, it's right next to her house. We stayed there for a long time. And during that time, I had to stop at a bunch of places to pee in bars, had to buy water to keep things going. Because, you know, there wasn't much else to do. Where I could hold it in and not drink water, I did. But now I have to get things back together here, and it's such a crappy situation. We know where the phone is, but we can't go get it, not even with tracking. I already need to pee again after just going at the bar, and today is the day I pass. Level 1 thirst is 2 liters, which surprisingly makes me very thirsty. I'm constantly dying of thirst. And now, what am I going to do? I'm going to divide these 2 liters into 50 ml sips. Isn't the worst part just having a dry mouth, not even wanting to drink water? So having several 50 ml sips will be easier for me. Spread it out during the day so I don't feel like I'm constantly drinking water, right?
Look at his arm over there, it's really swollen. It looks like he gained 3 meters of arm.
BAP works a lot. This higher carb day gives a really nice pump. This isn't healthy. I don't recommend it. Avoid doing this. And now I'm going to the most unpleasant part, which is intense cardio. He gave me different levels of cardio throughout the week, and now I'm going to do a more intense cardio. So it's to make me sweat, so the little fluid I have left comes out through sweat, not just urine. Doing an hour of cardio and sweating a lot, then coming back and only being able to drink 50 ml of water tomorrow is going to be the worst day. Tomorrow I won't drink any water all day. That's when I'll show just how dry I'll get. I'll skip drinking water just until I finish the recording. After that, I'll hydrate as usual. And this time, unlike all the days when I was bothered by having to stop to go to the bathroom, now I'm bothered by the urge to drink water. It's always a new discomfort, but that's just my life. I didn't imagine that thirst would hit so hard with 2 liters of water still left in the day. I figured thirst would hit hard on the last day, right? That I would take the photos and be without any water left, but wow, how thirsty I got. It's impressive how quickly your mouth gets dry. And the number of times I went to the bathroom decreased a lot since I was only drinking 2 liters of water. But I think it didn't take that many times for me to start feeling the sensation of dehydration. And the most unpleasant sensation that happened from dehydration was the headache. It feels like your head is throbbing like a heartbeat. It's really bad. Doing my last carb up here. In theory, it's over, but now I'm not going to do it the same way bodybuilders do it, right? Like a salt bomb. But I'm going to eat these little breads here, do some push-ups, and see if anything changes. Imagine those fighters, right? Who, to lose weight for their category, drop 12 kilos in like 1 or 2 days. It's really bizarre. I've already experimented with fasting here. I've already done extreme diets. But the unpleasant feeling from dehydration was worse than hunger, for example. Going all day with just 2 liters of water is worse. After being overhydrated instead of going a whole day without food. But still, I wouldn't put this here as, I don't know, something not even in the top 5 of the hardest experiences I've had. Still, because it was short term, right? Just 7 days, it was an easy experience to do. And to be honest, even in the final stage of the final, I didn't see such a drastic change in my physique. I started thinking it's not even worth doing this experiment. Let's move on to the dehydrated weigh-in. My God, that's it. Result of the damage. Oh. Peace. But still, it was a cool result. I like the physique and how it turned out. But why do I say it's not worth it? Because it's so fast? You drink water, you rehydrate. Instantly it disappears. It's very fast. You don't want to stay in that condition for too long because it's very unpleasant. Thirst is really intense. That's awesome, man. I stopped drinking. So for me, it's not worth it at all. It's more worth it for you to go on a calorie deficit diet to reach the body fat percentage you want and get to a shape that you find pleasing without having to dehydrate yourself. That's it for this video. If you think I missed something in my dehydration process, or if you thought this video wasn't valid, because I didn't go to the Sahara Desert and spend 40 days there like a lot of people think I've done in the past, I don't know why. Otherwise, if you liked the video, leave a like here to support my work and leave a comment. What are your thoughts on this experience? Sorry for doing an experiment that's harmful to health and maybe influencing people in a negative way. What a lousy influencer, right? Actually, I'm an internet doormat who does bad things to myself, tortures myself, puts myself in horrible situations and tells you, look how bad this is, don't do it, see? Alright, that's it for this video. Until the next experiment, given out during the day, right? Oops, I drooled. That's not okay, right? Oh, water.
Now you have to drink another liter. Crap. Hey, why are you standing there just looking? Okay, can't you see some water, old man? You're like a calf with a belly full of sloshing water. Calf, goodbye. Atakuzanoto. You can't see it? It's too small. He'll hear the audio from this video, right? Oh. Let me see if the calf changes. Let me see if there is one.
Hey. Dude. Makes you want to stay like this all marked up forever. I've never seen the quadriceps popping out so cool like this.